Hi everyone, welcome to Kathryn Reviews. In today's episode I will be reviewing Dreamer's Pool, the first book in the Blackthorn Grim Series by Juliet Marillier. The book is set in ancient Ireland, where they still believe in the Fae and magic, so it might as well be an epic fantasy book. The book is written from 3 different first-person points of view, that of Blackthorn, Grim, and Prince Oren. I was very skeptical because I've only read books with 2 first-person points of view, so I didn't think the author could pull it off. However, she was able to keep the tone and behavior. Of all 3 characters very well, and I am impressed. The book starts off a bit like an Elder Scrolls game. In prison, about to die, then given a lifeline. Shout out to all the gamers out there. We start the book from Blackthorn's point of view. In a dank prison cell, she has been there for 350 days. She has been thrown into the prison for speaking out against Mothwin of Leash and his crimes against women. The next day is the summer council, where she will be able to have her trial and accuse Mothwin publicly. Only problem is that Slammer, a prison guard, informs her that she is to be executed at dawn before she can speak out against Mothwin. That night a visitor, Conmail, a Fae, comes to see Blackthorn. He says he can free her and let her have a new life in Dalriada, but there are 3 terms of conditions. She mustn't seek revenge on Mothwin for 7 years. She must use her craft only for good, and she must help anyone who asks her for it. She accepts, and the prison blows up, allowing her to escape. Grim, a huge hulk of a man that used to be in the cell across from Blackthorn, also escapes. He follows her until during a freezing rainstorm, Blackthorn calls him out and tells him to shelter with her by a fire. They decide to travel to Dalriada together and watch each other's back like they used to do in prison. When they reach Dalriada, they find a run-down cottage on the edge of Dreamer's Wood, which has Dreamer's Pool in it. The place feels like it's been touched by the Fae. Grim begins to fix the cottage and does some work around the village of Winterhold, while Blackthorn acts as the local wise woman, a sort of healer with a touch of magic. Meanwhile, Prince Oren has been given Winterhold to set up his own court in. He is to be married to Lady Flidus. The only problem is that when Lady Flidus arrives, she is nothing like the scholarly, poem-loving girl Prince Oren had been communicating with. Everyone thinks he is crazy, so he turns to Blackthorn and Grim to try solve the mystery. They had already proven themselves by solving an earlier mystery in the book. During the investigation, Blackthorn discovers the truth of Dreamer's Pool and what it can do. Throughout the story, we learn about Blackthorn's past and the tragedy that overtook her family. It explains why she is so bitter and twisted and hates men except for Grim. He is the only steady rock in her life, and on more than one occasion he helps Blackthorn from breaking her deal with Conmail. It is a very good book that keeps you guessing until the very end. All the characters go through some sort of character development. These are very realistic characters that you can get behind. The following 2 books are just as good. In Tower of Thorns, we get Grimm's terrible past, and in Den of Wolves, we watch how much the characters have changed and what they are willing to risk for each other. I highly recommend this book and the series. If you enjoyed this review, please do me a solid one and subscribe. Then hit the bell icon to be notified of any future uploads I make. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.